So protest has erupted over this Verydarkman's issue, and it's quite interesting. You know, Verydarkman has paid his dues, truth be told, with the way and manner that he used social media to advocate for the goods of the society, making life better for people, and correcting the ills, and using his platform to do a lot of things. So sometimes when people ask questions like, why are people out to support somebody like this? I mean, you can't necessarily, you hate him or like him, really. I mean, there are people whom he has touched personally, there are people whom he has touched indirectly, and there are people who appreciate what he's doing, So it's a good thing that he's doing what he's doing. When I started taking him seriously was when he opened his what do you call it? What they call that thing again? His NGO. And I saw the amount of monies that gathered within 7 days. It was unbelievable. It was stunning. And that's when I started saying, wait, this guy should be taken seriously. So having said that, protests have erupted in Abuja, and it's not even going to end anytime soon. But I want to bring your attention to the news about the fact that EFCC has reacted to his arrest. They have claimed that actually that they arrested him, and part of the reasons why they arrested him was that there are a series of allegations against him. These series of allegations, the EFCC did not mention which particular person or people, that because they needed to also protect them. You could imagine when EFCC says Mercy Chinwo is the one behind the arrest, or certain persons are the ones behind the arrest. I mean, you can imagine what would happen to those people. Those people will start going to those places to either use their platforms to throw tantrums at them, or use their platforms to castigate them, or some people can even go to juju. So sometimes it's a good thing that EFCC is not really releasing the list of the people who claim they have issues with him, their allegations against him. I'm just saying this from the hindsight that maybe he may have had issues with that account where his NGO where he asked people to put monies in. The reason I say that is that you remember that there was a time he said that there was a problem with the account, and that his account has been hacked through a website. That NGO account has been hacked through a website. That didn't really go down well with a lot of persons. In fact, some persons said that they're going to go all out against him with what has happened. So I'm thinking to myself, this is not fact, or this is just me thinking that maybe one of the reasons why he's apprehended or being questioned is because of that website, or better still, that particular NGO account. What has happened to the monies? Where did the money go to? Who and who has he, helped? Because he said, of course, the reason for that is to renovate schools and all of those things. So I'm just thinking to myself, because again, remember that money is not his money. It's actually a public money. If people contribute money to you and it's of public use, you really need to account for it. So I'm thinking, as a journalist mind, the way I get, I just put my head here and there about to know where this is coming from. And it may not necessarily even be Mercy Chinwo, like so many persons have also stated, but I'm just saying that it could be that, and it could be any other thing, really. It could be any other thing. But my concern basically is, if you say you have arrested somebody over series of allegations that have been brought forth by a number of persons, I thought that by now those things would have been cleared out, and then he would have been given bail, and then he would have been charged to court, because the law says 24 hours. And the EFCC didn't tell us that they have obtained court order to detain him further, because that's the rule. If you need to detain somebody further, then you would have to get a warrant, or maybe get a document from the court stating that you needed to detain this person further. So What is the essence of keeping this person further than 24 hours? And why is the EFCC speaking to the BBC? Why not a Nigerian station? Now, I understand that media is media everywhere. And by the way, it's BBC Pidgin that he spoke to, because that's the only platform that has released a conversation that they had with the corporate communications officer, Oyewale. So I'm just thinking to myself, why are you not speaking to a Nigerian station? Why speak to a foreign station? Who would actually know the major issues, and try to ask the critical issues as the case may, critical questions as the case may be. So that's my personal thinking. Again, these are personal opinion put out there. And I just wanted to say that, again, like it or leave it, this guy has paid his dues. And I just feel that by and large, it's an opportunity for everyone to, call out wrongs when something's going wrong, and endeavor to stand by something when something is wrong. And, because very recently we've seen VDM also speak largely against the ills of the government, it behoves on the EFCC to prove that this is just about allegations, basically, not necessarily a federal government sponsored stuff. Because again, it is possible that, because of course he criticized the NBC, criticized President Bola Tinubu over the release of Abdul Karim's song. Remember that? Remember, he also criticized Sheyi Tinubu, over some issues. So he has been criticizing the government lately. So it is possible that there's opportunity for the government to silence him over what he has been doing. And of course, because of his large following, because of what he has been doing online, everyone is apprehensive that this is a voice of the masses that's been silenced, or that people have been that have been looking up to as an air of hope, so to speak. So it becomes problematic when you want to silence him over an allegation of people bringing stuff towards the EFCC, and then EFCC arresting him in the way and manner that they did. I mean, think about it. He left to the GTB Bank, and it was a GTB Bank that he was arrested by the EFCC. One would wonder, why isn't the EFCC looking to invite him? Why? Well, and EFCC did not state whether they invited him over and he refused to come. The way and manner that they did it, it's something that is worrisome. So the protest is all over the city of Abuja, and I hope that in due course that things strengthens out, and of course things smoothens out, so that we'll know where we're going from here. I believe that the EFCC is actually one of the one of the few organizations that I respect when it comes to interrogation and intelligence reports. EFCC would do their investigation sometimes even before they start calling you. So yes, because it's something I'm a journalist, like I tell you every time, and I usually have this interface with them. So sometimes I ask questions from my location about their doings, and they are not people you can easily push away. So let's see what comes out of it. But again, like I said, 24 hours, max 48 hours. And for his kind of person, for his personality, I don't think the EFCC has any reason to keep him further. They said he hasn't met his bail conditions, that until he does so, they are not going to release him. So some allegations, of course, that can be answered, because again, how this thing works, you can be going to EFCC to go and answer for a few things. As findings come up, you go and check and find out what exactly is the reasons why he's been called. So these are things. He's not going to run away. You're not going to look for him, because it's not somebody that runs away from issues. He's not the first time he's been arrested, and so I don't think that he should be kept further than the so-called 24 hours. And we're talking now, 72 hours. So this is my thinking on this matter. Anyway, thank you guys. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and like. God bless.
We are here to tell GTB Bank because we have noticed a conspiracy. There was a conspiracy on Friday between GT Bank and whatsoever the government agency. We don't know whether it's DSS, EFCC, although many have opinion that VDB is EFCC has detained VDM, but up to now there was no press statement, there was no press release, there was no statement from either DSS or EFCC, whether EFCC is in their custody or not. What we've been hearing is rumor, and at the same time, the manner in which VDM was kidnapped, because VDM was not arrested. There's no way you come to arrest somebody, a Nigerian citizen, in fact, so popular like VDM, without any arrest warrant, no invitation, no text message, and you came to smuggle him inside car, inside vehicle. If that thing wouldn't have casted, then VDM maybe wouldn't have been alive today. They came to kidnap VDM, and we knew that these people are government officials because there are people who don't want progress in this country. There are people who don't want goodness in this country. There are people who don't love the youth, and we know them. They are the enemies of youth. GTB has conspired with government agency to eliminate VDM on Friday. They should just make sure that that conspiracy is reversed in order for them to free VDM. That's why we are here.
We are here in respect of VDM kidnapped. He was kidnapped on the 2nd of May, and we are demanding immediate release of VDM. VDM is not a criminal. If GTB or the federal government feel that he has committed any offense, they have all the time, all the apparatus to invite him or to call him.
Yes.
Not to kidnap him at this very point.
Like a town.
So what we are demanding for unconditional release of VDM. Nothing but that is it. The government have refused to issue any statement, not even the EFCC. And we were told that he was brutally beaten and was taken away in a commando form.
And now,
GTB Bank were the one who mandated or who planned or who collaborate with government agencies to make sure that VDM is kidnapped. So and that is why we are here to demand for VDM to be released. In respect of VDM kidnapped, he was kidnapped on the 2nd of May, and we are demanding immediate release of VDM. VDM is not a criminal. If GTB or the federal government feel that he has committed any offense, they have all the time, all the apparatus to invite him or to call him.
yes.
Not to kidnap him at this very point.
Like a town.
So what we are demanding for unconditional release of VDM. Nothing.
What do you want? liberty.